I feel like hip-hop music is adapting to the digital arena, or is converting more so, because I feel like times aren't what they used to be. Nobody's really buying albums like they used to. 500,000 is the new platinum, 200,000 is the new gold. So I just feel like as times adapt, we have to adapt too. If it wasn't for the internet, artists like me you would never hear about me, because I haven't put a single out. I barely was on like MTV Jams or whatever. So the internet is one of the most important things, period. You just have to use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? It can't ruin you in a certain aspect, but if you use it to your advantage, it could be the most important tool. So I think the industry, what they have to do is find a way to like make that shit work somehow, because labels are losing money. Well, how I strategically use the web to help myself, basically I looked at what everybody was doing on the web. You just gotta follow what everybody's doing. You gotta like submit your freestyles to different websites. The most important thing though to get on the net is you have to go out and meet people. You end up meeting people who run these websites at hip hop events. You end up meeting people at concerts. So the biggest thing, that's how I got my connections as far as with different websites. So the biggest thing is meeting the heads of these websites, getting cool with them, and then giving them your music and freestyles. And, basically you gotta be dope or nobody's gonna listen. So fortunately, I come from Detroit. It's a big city. So the first thing I ever did was participate in a radio show. They had a free radio show at the Radio 1 station, a big radio station downtown. And all these MCs would gather up together and battle. Whoever wins the battles would get to like rap on air. So I used to do that every week when I was in high school, and did it for like a year straight. And that's how I got connected with the radio station. That's how I met Kanye at the radio station. And like that's how I met a lot of people who run websites and different things. So you always have to just look in your own community, whether you live in Kentucky, whether you live in New York. It's always, you just have to look. It may be harder in other places, but you just always have to look for hip-hop outlets where people may be and looking, because there's people everywhere. And if they not where you at, then get the fuck on. Get out of there. And the advice I can give to people who want to do music or be in the music business is, this is what they always told me: don't do it. Don't get into it. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's hard work, don't get into it. Man, fuck that shit. The best advice I can give you to work in the music business is to follow your heart, man, and do whatever you want to do. But whatever you do, you have to do that shit with a passion, or it's not gonna work. Because while your friends may be going out to the parties, while you going out to the club, you may have to focus on your shit and get right with your business. So you gotta be able to make sacrifices and just do it, whatever it takes to work, you just gotta do it. And you gotta get a nice team together, a strategic team, and pull it all together somehow. That's the best advice. Make sure you have a strong team, strong will, and just focus. Like I've seen with artists like Pharrell, Kanye, by working with them is unbelievable, man. Like they grind like they new artists. For instance, I'll be in the studio with Kanye, and he won't leave that bitch for like 3 days. I'm like, man, you're not gonna leave this bitch for 3 days, because he's working on stuff and just continuously grinding. And he grinds like it's his first album. And it taught me really how to grind like that. And it's inspirational, man. Like that's how I want to be on my like 5th, 6th album, grinding like it's my first one. So untouchable grind, man, for real.
They didn't want me to drop 100 Million Roses because Rocky was dropping Goldie the same week. And I said, what my shit got to do with Rocky stuff? I said, man, I need to drop something soon. I'm like, they seeing these freestyles on the radio. I'm like, Rocky said already. I'm ready to go.
The best advice I done got from somebody, what my partner told me, man, it's 3 kind of people in the world. He was like, it's people that sit back and watch everybody else do everything, ball out, have fun, not have fun and all of that, or they just sit back and just watch.
And literally everyone's just fucking women in the situation. No one's even like saying anything, and I'm just like, yo, you got a blunt? He's like, all right, cool. I don't know what happened, but like 5 minutes later, I was having like a threesome with these chicks.
And I don't know if you know Dream Hampton, but she was there and she was like, I officially love Lil Wayne now. After seeing him watch you do that and then look at his boys and then pass out on the stage, she was like, I love him.